Did I ever tell you this story about Bill Cosby?
No.
So I dated a girl in like 05, 06, 07 in New York. Beautiful girl, mixed race, and like cool, whatever, great. And she used to talk about Bill Cosby came up one time. She was like, "Oh, Mr. Cosby, what a sweet man." And I was like, "What? What do you, huh?" She's like, "Oh yeah. One time I was on the street crying, and Mr. Cosby walked up and introduced himself and was like, 'Why are you crying?' And you know, and we struck up a friendship. And I was like, he was trying to fuck you, just so you know. I was like, just so you know, he's trying to fuck you. She's like, no, he was not trying to fuck me. Like, and like, what are you talking about? Like, no, he wasn't trying to fuck you. Again, like, I'm an animal for suggesting it. Like, you're so boorish. Why would you possibly think?
Right.
And it's like, because I fucking met the guy, and he's not a good dude. And so she defended him. He used to take me to plays, just all this shit. I'm like, okay.
He just had a long game.
Yeah, man. And so then all this Cosby shit comes out. And I text her. I go, so what do you think? What do you think of your boy? And she goes, she said something like, I think, like he absolutely did it. And I think his wife was in on it. Whoa. Which, again, I don't know what she meant by that. But so then we're texting back and forth. And she goes, you know, one time I was supposed to meet him in Philadelphia. And he told me what to wear and how to wear my hair.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And she goes, and thankfully, I got sick.
She was going to do it? She was going to wear what he wanted?
Yeah.
Wow, that was the time.
Yeah. And
he built it up.
Yeah, and he was going to take her to the ultimate musical. And thankfully she got sick and didn't go. And I was like, and the whole time it's like, yeah, that's the thing that one of the things with some of these stories is like, why would Bill Cosby want to be friends with some lady? Do you know what I mean? Like, what? Just because you're great looking.
Yeah. Well, I think it's entirely possible that a guy could be friends with a beautiful woman. And even though he wants to fuck her, just keep it together and just be friends with her, and you know, find some interesting muse qualities.
I don't think it's impossible, but I do think it's not very likely in my experience with humanity.
Right. No, it's true.
And also, why would a guy torture himself like that?
Right.
Why? It's like when a guy has a hot nanny. Dummy. Ugly nanny.
Yeah.
Fucking don't. Why do that to yourself?
The hot nanny always winds up being a problem.
Oh, fucking every
the hot
time.
nanny knows she's hot too.
Yeah. Does she though, Joe?
The hot nanny.
No, she's just sweats. I wear sweats all day.
Let me pick that up for you.
What are you talking about? You're such a good dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just don't hire a hot nanny.
Yeah, I would give that advice as well.
I wouldn't hire a hot assistant.
That's good advice as well.
I don't know if I ever told you the story. So, I hired an assistant for the second season of Chappelle Show, right? And interviewed a bunch of people. And this girl came in super, just like sharp, just like I could just tell she was sharp. But she also happened to be good looking. And so I hire her, and Chappelle sees her and goes, "Word, she was the most qualified?" And I was like, "Yeah, she was the most qualified." Now, I was like, "Yeah, she was the most qualified. Believe me." Now, and I was proven right, because she has since gone on to produce Ghostbusters and The Heat and all these movies. And she just happens to be good looking. But it was one of these things I was like, I fucking knew it. I fucking told you she was qualified. She's just good.
What were you talking about with that girl you'd met Cosby and he wasn't a nice guy?
Oh, I met Cosby at Arsenio one time, because I'm a million years old. I met a woman named Joy Dolce who used to be in the talent department at Arsenio. And she was friends with Dave, because Dave did Arsenio, whatever. So she would like just go, "Hey, come by the show today." This is like when Arsenio was on, the original, like in '94. So I went by one day, and Cosby was the guest, and he like, and he just like kind of fucking berated me about, like, he was talking about the history of slavery, and he's like, and then the Dutch man came and he pointed at me, and I was like, I'm not Dutch. And he just like didn't back down. I was like, okay. But it was just that he was just a really condescending dude. And I was 19, so, you know, he had a right to be condescending, but
not really.
But I'll whatever. Like Bill Cosby is a brilliant fucking guy. And but he's just not I wouldn't I mean, knowing what I know now, he's a real piece of garbage, but my interaction with him at that time wasn't pleasant.
Right.
And just seeing how he talked to people, it's just like, this guy's fucking not a good dude.
Well, he definitely has an elitist sort of a thing going
100%.
on. And I think that elitist sort of a thing is one of the ways that he was able to separate himself from his victims, that he's better than them. You know, he would behave in these weird ways when he do these shows. I've talked about it before, but I talked to these people that worked with him in a casino, and he would make the entire staff sit down and watch him eat.
Yeah.
So all the people that worked in the theater, all the people that worked the aisles, they would have to come in the room and stand there while he ate.
Yeah.
Then he had a security guard tuck him into bed at night. So he climbs into bed, and the security guard tucks him in and then shuts the lights out and shuts the door.
I heard something similar to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had this thing like, I am different
superior,
than you. I'm superior.
Yeah.
I'm Bill Cosby. I'm Dr. Cosby.
Yeah.
Call me doctor.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dr. Cosby thing used to drive me fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Chuck D from Public Enemy broke my fucking heart because on Twitter he was talking about, like, when the accusation started, you know, this is all a smear campaign against Dr. Cosby, and I'm like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
He's not a doctor.
Yeah.
He's not a real doctor. Don't say that. And they took that doctor away too now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get Dave talked about it in his last special, that thing, like the he rapes but he saves thing. Bill Cosby's an important dude to Black American culture and history.
Just culture.
He's in but to culture, yes, but he's the first black dude to win an Emmy. He's the first black dude to do a lot of shit,
right?
And did it the right way.
I mean, he had an animated show too that people forgot about. Fat Albert. That was a huge hit,
and black people didn't forget about that shit.
Yeah, like, well, it's hard to find now.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and like, just a huge impact, and it was a real loss for black people. Like, so a guy like Chuck D, who was eminently respectable, is like, there's a mourning period. You know what I mean?
There's but you got to be careful when you pull the trigger on calling it a smear campaign.
Oh, I totally agree.
And it's entirely possible that your hero is a piece of shit. And people can have both qualities. They can be amazing at something and very important, but also be terrible.
Yeah. I don't even know if I believe it, but I had the thought that, like, Cosby, if the kink came before the talent, meaning I know I like poisoning people.
Right.
How do I put myself in a position to be able to plausibly poison women? I gotta write some good. Do you know what I mean? I believe subconsciously that's how people work. I honestly believe that there's, like, in the unconscious, that you go, I have this thing, because that's not a thing that you just develop, I don't think. I think that, and that's also not even a power. That's not even a power thing. That's some other shit. It is power, but it's like sociopathy. It's not just like it's not like Harvey Weinstein is like, to me, is like the casting couch run amok. You know what I mean? Like, come on, fuck me. Right. Like, come on, you're a hot actress. I got power. Like, I thought that's how it works. Yeah. Like, I thought that's kind of the way the game was played. With Cosby, I mean, having said that, a lot of Harvey shit was just straight rape. So, but the fact that they were all actresses, I don't think is like a coincidence. But with Cosby, it's like that probably existed when he was 15.
I don't know. I think it's entirely. I've been talking about this as well. That I think that there was a time when that was normal. I think it was a time where slipping a Mickey into someone's drink was something that a lot of men did.
Yeah.
I think it was. We looked at things in a different way, just like we look at hitting women in a different way. Like you go watch those old movies. Yeah. Women got smacked all the time. Yeah. It was normal.
Yeah.
The leading man, like Steve McQueen, would smack the shit out of women.
Yeah. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Try slapping a woman now.
In a movie.
Try it.
And be the hero.
Yeah.
I mean, it's again what we're talking about, massive cultural evolution and happening right before our eyes. And it also
was that thing of like, oh, women aren't people.
Right.
There was something else. It's a woman.
Do you know what the real term for a faggot is?
What do you mean? Like the
real origin? Yeah.
Yeah, what?
It's a bundle of sticks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, a woman was thought to be a bundle of sticks. That it was used for a woman. She's burdensome, like a bundle of sticks.
Yeah.
Because it's difficult to carry around.
Yeah.
So a faggot, as a man, became a man who's like a woman.
Yeah.
Who's burdensome, like a bundle of sticks. It was never anything about, what is this there? Here it goes. The archaic,
Take a picture.
We don't have to. Unit of volume. Yeah. So this bundle of sticks thing was like how men thought of women. Like, oh, carry this bitch around. Jesus Christ. Bundle of sticks is annoying to carry around. So.
I got a question for you. What do you make of, now that we've got Louis, COSBY, I don't think they're even in the same category.
No.
But just for the sake of argument. Pryor, beat his wife, coke addict, et cetera, et cetera. Do you think that there is a correlation between comedic excellence and degenerate behavior?
Yes.
Back up. You're not in my thoughts at all.